How do I find what I am seeking? I've tried 1,000 roads, beat against the wall 1,000 times, dug holes, set fires, tried so hard to dig myself out after realizing that I wasn't going anywhere. I was digging a grave I didn't want to be digging. How do you find what you're looking for? How do you find what you're looking for when everything is lost and confusing and dark, and all the things you thought you knew about yourself turn out to be wrong? You have a book you think contains everything that you need to know, but then you realize one day everything you wrote wasn't for you. It was for another person. Why is it so hard to know what to do? Who to become? How do you know if you're becoming the person that you're becoming because it's who you really want to be? Or if you're only doing it to try to impress people that you don't need to impress, or that you don't need to do that to impress? It's hard to know. Sometimes it's hard to know your own true intentions. And you're afraid of becoming what you never wanted to be. You made promises to yourself as a teenager about the kind of person you would be one day. Did you keep those promises? And is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's hard to find who you're supposed to be, and who you're supposed to be is always changing. There never is and never was one static person. Someone destined in the stars. There never was something written down like that for you. It's always been something that's supposed to be a work in progress. Like a sculpture or a landscape. Something changing with this, perhaps the same baseline, the same form, the same familiar figure, but not the same in outcome or appearance. Finding small ways to shape that. Coloring hair. Changing the essence of who you are. Things look better from a distance. Being too close lessens the allure. Carving out a safe space behind spiny vibes that climb the walls. It is not a pretty place, but I will make it mine. And I will make it beautiful. Lavender hair. I will learn to thrive here. I will learn to thrive here. Standing here on the precipice of decision, there is no one else in this world who can save me but myself. I am the only one left. I stare myself in the eyes, contemplating. I have before me tools of great beauty or great destruction. It is up to me what I use them for. It is up to me whether I use them for myself or against myself. Whether I use them to make myself hurt, or whether I use them to dig myself out of this hole. No one else is coming to save me. No one else is coming to save me. I've been sad far too long in this cave, chained by the whims of others and struggling to be the best version of them instead of the best version of myself. I have let them hold me back and convince me that I will never find what it is that I am seeking. And maybe I will never find it. Maybe I will never find it because maybe it does not exist. Maybe sometimes this sad and strange world, maybe it never existed. That doesn't mean it has no right to it. I have never existed prior to now either, and I have just as much right to be here as anyone else. Maybe it does not exist. Maybe it never did. Maybe I'll have to build it for myself. That road I've been seeking, that silver bullet, that answer that I've been trying to find, that route through that brick wall. Maybe it's always ever only been up to me. Maybe I will have to build it myself. Maybe even still, against all odds, I will find an empty place to build it. And maybe I will carve my way out from underneath the soil, and I will feel those warm rays of sunlight, heavy and comfortable against me. And maybe somehow my hand will find yours, and maybe I will realize that all along I had every tool I needed. Maybe as I pull you up, you'll pull someone else up, and they'll pull someone else up, and we'll all be out of that hole together. And I'll realize at that point, maybe I never was the only one. Maybe there always were others that I didn't know about. Maybe when I free myself, they will also find it a little easier to be free. Maybe as I realize I'm not alone, they'll realize that they never were either. Maybe I've always had everything I needed. Maybe it was like a seed, somewhere beneath and hidden under the soil. Couldn't see it, but it was still there. Maybe as I stand before this mirror, unsure of how to move forward, maybe I've always known how.